Something moved. Again. Ja, liebe Leute, jetzt habe ich gerade eine halbe Stunde geschwätzt und habe gemerkt, das Mikrofon war komplett abgeschaltet. Super Leistung, was? Ja, zusammenfassend habe ich gesagt, es ist ziemlich knifflig gerade. Und ja, ich muss mal gucken, wie ich da jetzt am besten rauskomme. Ich bin ehrlich gesagt nicht so der Superheld, wenn es um solche Rätselsachen geht. Das ist bei Uncharted genau dasselbe. Aber ich werde mal ein bisschen jetzt drüber hören und dann wir werden das schon irgendwie hinkriegen. Ich glaube, ich muss wirklich mal hier von der anderen Seite versuchen, von rechts herum. Aber es geht halt nichts runter, ne? Ich kann das hier machen. Ich kann das jetzt probieren. Nee, das ist falsch gedacht. Das funktioniert leider nicht. Also ich sehe, dass es jetzt passt, ne? Aber es passt nicht. Moment mal. Ah. Okay. Warte mal. Dann nimmt das zum Anlass. Ach komm, das kann doch nicht sein. Jetzt guck mal, jetzt habe ich es endlich geschafft. Da passt, da passt, da passt. Das passt überall. Nur anscheinend passt es oben nicht richtig. Ja. So, jetzt läuft es sogar selber. Hä? Das gibt's doch nicht. So. Geht nicht. Ja, es ist auch nicht 100%. Ne? Aber hier passt es überall zu 100%. Ist es jetzt trotzdem falsch oder? Also. So. Nein. So. Jetzt.
That worked.
Geschafft, geschafft. Juhu. Hoffentlich bin ich jetzt bald hier raus, ne? Oh je, 3. Stock. Oje, mir schwan Böses. Boah, 3/4 Stunde für 2 so Rätsel. Oh nein. Oh nein. Ich werde hier noch zum neuen Rätselgott. Ach du lieber Gott, jetzt gucken wir mal.
hope that's the last one.
Das ging jetzt aber schneller. Das ist nur, wenn man mal Übung hat, ne? So, das machen wir jetzt so weiter. Ach, 4. Stock. Oh mein Gott. Ach, ich bin raus. Ich bin raus. Ich bin raus. Durchgehen, den geht's nicht mehr zurück. Okay. Also ich könnte tatsächlich noch mal komplett runterfahren und... Oder? Tatsächlich. Aber ich glaube wirklich, wir haben alles. Also ich wollte das jetzt nur ausprobieren, ob das geht. Aber wie man sieht. Oder hätte ich, Moment, das will ich noch gucken. Da war ja noch so ein mittlerer Schalter. Vielleicht kann man die ja befreien. Nee. Der ist nur Attrappe. Okay. Nee, dann gehen wir hoch und dann gehen wir zurück zu unserem Prinzen, weil ich bin mal gespannt. Wie es dann weitergeht bei Masquerade. Ich finde es gar nicht schlecht. Also so, ja, Story finde ich ganz gut. Grafik finde ich gut. Gute Spielweise. Wie gesagt, es erinnert mich wirklich ein bisschen an The Forgotten City. Ja, das muss man halt mögen, ne? Es ist halt mehr ein Rollenspiel, ohne jetzt diese Baller-Action und Springen, Hüpfen, Schlagen, Prügeln, Hauen, sage ich mal. Aber ich finde, das ist zwischendurch ist das mal richtig gut und ich meine, das strengt ja auch mal ein bisschen die grauen Zellen an, ne? Wie solche Rätsel jetzt gerade zum Beispiel. Okay, geh mal. Zack. Geschafft. Oh, my head.
Shit! Clyde!
Oh.
Get Deneb! She got out! What? How on earth could she? No time for that! Go get him!
Ow.
Wo ist denn jetzt?
Who cares about Deneb? Do you think Iverson gave a shit when she offed all our guys?
Huh? Wait, Iverson, are you talking about the party? It wasn't us.
And now she's awake. Great.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Don't fall for her act. She came here to destroy us. Don't forget it.
What are they talking about? I'm not here to... We thought you were behind the attack. We...
Just can it? You can stop the little dance routine already? It's not gonna work on us. So spit it out. Why did your bitch of a prince betray us?
She didn't. This is so backwards.
You're gonna pay for her treachery. You get that? None of you are going to get away with this.
That's enough.
But Deneb.
I said enough. Miss Lewis, I presume.
Osborne. At last.
Well, you certainly are resourceful. Few people are able to escape from memory traps without assistance. Though I doubt you were able to escape with your memory unscathed.
My memories.
Yes, that's right. I hope for your sake that you haven't forgotten any of them along the way. Otherwise, I fear that the memory fragments you have lost will be gone forever.
Is this some kind of joke?
I'm afraid not. But there's no reason to let it get you down. They might one day come back to you. The effects are not always permanent. You have nothing to worry about if you've been thorough. Let's put the matter behind us. Now that you're here and conscious, we'll be able to talk.
Why did you lock me up?
You represented a threat.
A threat? I just wanted to talk to you.
And why, pray tell? To explain the reasons for your prince's betrayal?
The prince is on edge. She thought you might have been behind the attack.
But seeing your reaction, I'm guessing you're not.
You're putting me in a somewhat awkward position. I would like to take you at your word, but that would mean putting what's left of my men in danger. If you're telling the truth, you're going to have to prove it.
The prince pulled out all the stops to make this alliance happen. I have a hard time understanding why she would order an attack against you.
And why not?
She's been working tediously for years to form a union between us. Boston was Malkavian under Quentin King's rule. Do you remember what that was like?
All too well.
Lady Iverson has been working her ass off, year after brutal year, to bring the city back to normal.
She's been of a singular mind to reestablish bonds with you.
I wasn't aware that this alliance meant so much to her.
You have to believe me, we're not responsible for the attack at the party.
The prince will be relieved to know that you're all safe and sound.
If only that much were true. Many of our brethren were in attendance at that accursed reception.
You need a reason for my presence. The prince is worried about you. That's why I've been sent. To make sure you're safe.
Very well, my dear. I would like to believe that you're not here to finish the job, as they say. However, the idea that your prince sent you to help us? Iverson may be many things, but she is most certainly not sentimental.
You're right. That isn't the only reason I was sent.
Just why are you here, then?
For our alliance.
I know these times are tough, but the prince wants to make sure our agreement still stands.
What agreement?
What do you mean, what agreement? The union you were supposed to celebrate at the party.
Be more specific. What were the particulars?
I'm not sure I understand. You know exactly what it was about. Why are you asking me?
I want to know if I can trust you. Or if you're trying to pull one over on me with your eloquence. So please continue.
I won't lie to you. I have no idea.
Is that so?
I'm sorry. I'm just the messenger.
Precisely. You should ask yourself what that implies. What was your prince expecting? That I would negotiate with an amateur?
I don't think she thought there was still anything to negotiate. She sent me to confirm our alliance, not renegotiate the terms.
Then she has made a mistake. Look around you. This room used to be teeming with devoted kindred. We lost 3/4 of our people. Hartford has taken serious risks. In all regards, risks that are not on par with your prince's commitments. We demand compensation.
I see.
You are obviously not the most qualified to be having this conversation, but if you want to have some good news to take back to your prince, you're going to have to come back to the table and give us something.
With all due respect, I don't think...
Enough small talk. What is your prince willing to give us to salvage this alliance and right the wrongs that she's caused us?
I could get you a place on the Primogen Council.
No. Say no more. I appreciate your gesture, but I already have a seat on the Primogen Council.
What?
You heard me right. Iverson already promised me a place in the Primogen. It would appear that your prince has a rather generous hand in her distribution of seats.
Finally, something we can agree on.
I've heard enough. There's no point in wasting any more time. If Iverson has no intention of reconsidering our agreement, we might as well cut this conversation short. We refuse to discuss any plans for an alliance until we have received reparations.
Mr. Osborne, please. The Boston court is in shambles. If you would just wait a few days, the prince could...
I'm done waiting for anything. I gave you a chance to right your prince's wrongs. You wasted it. Now it's too late. We're leaving, and so should you.
Deneb, please. You can't just walk away.
Yes, I can. If you look closely, you'll see that I'm already doing it. Now go. Go back to your prince. Present our terms. And make it clear that we will be opposed to unification until she reconsiders our arrangement. This conversation is over. Mr. Moses, please help Miss Lewis find her way out.
So, jetzt hat man am Schluss doch noch viel Schlag, ne? Aber Szene vorbei, 25 Erfahrung, das können wir nachher irgendwo ausgeben. Erfolg. MM hat den Trimmer des Gildenhaus getroffen. Du hättest den Gefangenen im Turm befreien können. Ah, habe ich gar nicht gesehen. War da einer? Ja. Egal. So, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt. Gemächer des Prinzen. Jetzt müssen wir wahrscheinlich hier unseren Bericht abgeben. Mal gespannt, wie es jetzt weitergeht. Aber jetzt versteht es, also ich habe das immer falsch gemacht. Ich musste da nur auf dem Ding und dann musste ich... Man lernt nie aus.
And like always, you've completed your mission.
Like always?
Those words don't come from me. You must know what they say about you here.
No, I don't know. Enlighten me.
Well, you have kind of a reputation. It's actually rather flattering.
What exactly do they say?
Oh, you want to know? I didn't think...
Simple curiosity, nothing more.
Everybody kept saying that Caleb Bazori has been in tough spots before, and that you come through them unscathed. They were right.
Don't listen to gossip. Forge your own opinions.
Don't worry about it.
It's not a natural thing here. It takes some experience.
Mens et manus.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. It's Latin. My mind wandered for a moment. You didn't tell me what was in those files you gave the prince.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
To make up your own mind about something, the best way is to go to the source. And apparently, Jason Moore is well informed.
I see. You'll have to be patient, Fang.
Do you think your success on the mission could play to our advantage? I mean, for...
The prince will decide your fate when the time comes. Being useful to her can't hurt. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I just want to get it over with. Like when you're going into finals?
Even if there's no going back?
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
It is.
Your child, Beryl Underwood, did he have any second thoughts?
I don't want to discuss it.
He's your only child, so I wondered how it went. Well, could you enlighten me?
Beryl is very different from you. He always has been. I was blind. It won't happen again. Beryl would have begged me to get what he wanted. Your patience reassures me. I'm making the right choice with you.
You seem to really have a problem with him.
Yes, and that's why you must stay away from him.
This separation between you, what caused it?
Don't dig too far into it. You know this is something I don't discuss.
That's too bad.
I'm not one to beat around the bush, especially on a matter like this. So either be frank with me, or be silent.
Then let's not talk about it.
Stay away from Beryl. Avoid him like the plague. Now, if you'll excuse me, Fang, I'm going to have a word with him.
Oh? To Beryl? Why?
I trust you, but I don't trust him. I asked you not to go near him. Apparently, I didn't make myself clear enough.
I thought the prince was gonna call for you any minute now.
I'm sure I'll have enough time to clear the air with him first. Once and for all. While you're waiting, stay put.
As you wish.
Just one more
and then you can go rest.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Ortiz.
I'm sorry, but I need to take a break.
Blue Bloods never choose me. I'm available.
Want a bite?
A message from Caius. Need you downstairs. Urgent issue. Bad timing. I'm going to have to choose. Help Caius or speak with Beryl.
There's no point in hanging around here bothering me. It's gonna take me a while.
Very well, Mr. Sheridan. Please excuse me.
Tja, was machen wir? Oh, falscher Fahrstuhl. Aber ich glaube, ich möchte mit dem Fahrstuhl fahren. Auch nicht. Hä? Ich kann es gar nicht aufrufen. Ah, da. Wo soll ich jetzt hin? Hier hin oder? Kannst du gar nicht mehr aufrufen? Komisch.
We're waiting for Mr. Lito's signal. Until then, if you have any questions, say on. Got it?
No problem.
Great.
I want to report on his activities pronto. I don't like the sound of that at all. Oh, there you are.
Ah ja, war ich doch richtig.
Follow me, please. We'll speak in private.
Na, lass mal hören, mein Freund.
You wanted to see me?
Happy to see you, Caleb. We don't usually let anybody down here, but I can bend the rules for you.
To what do I owe this honor?
I need you. Something's come up. On the night of the attack, someone sent a message to an unauthorized recipient.
Is that a problem?
Could be a major one. Not a lot of people can do that, you know.
You wouldn't be trying to cover up a mistake, would you?
What? Are you crazy? Why would I tell you about it if I was involved in it?
Maybe you're afraid that we'll find out on our own.
If I wanted to do that, you'd have no way of knowing it.
Is that supposed to reassure me?
It's supposed to prove my sincerity. I get the feeling that it's all connected. It's too huge to be a coincidence.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Jara Drory.
What you're telling me is extremely serious. I hope you have proof.
If I did, do you think I'd be asking for your help? But I wouldn't accuse her unless I had serious doubts. Think it through carefully. For starters, she's one of the few who knows how the system works.
She'd be able to cover her tracks, wouldn't she?
Maybe. But maybe she made a mistake.
According to our intel, Jara may have been captured.
She was caught in her own trap. Anyways, nothing concrete. Just a hunch, if you want to call it that. In my place, under the current circumstances, I can't really go poking my nose in her business.
And I can.
Nobody will bother you. I'm not asking for much. Just take a look in Jara's room to see if you can find anything that ties her to any of this. And if you could do it quickly.
Why?
Because I'm about to erase a ton of data. It's the Code Red protocol. And since Jara vanished, the Prince wants her personal data to disappear along with her. That doesn't give us much time. You in?
I could maybe go and take a look around.
Great. I found a key to her room. Take it.
Thanks.
It's our last chance to recover the data from Jara Drory's computer before everything disappears for good. Just insert this thumb drive and it will download everything I need. If she betrayed us, I'll know.
Fine. I'll go see what I can find.
Thanks. One last thing.
Uh-huh.
If you could keep this just between you and me.
Fine.
And don't come back to see me here. It's supposed to be sealed. It'll look suspicious. I'll send in an engineer after you. Give him the drive when you're done, but don't tell him anything. We have to keep this between us.
As you wish.
Ah, ich weiß nicht. Jetzt habe ich mich ja mit dem... Da habe ich mich jetzt auf was eingelassen, da. Ah.
Caleb, our secret agent is back already. The soldier is on furlough.
Not for long, I'm afraid. The Prince will undoubtedly have some new task for me.
At least she trusts you. She hardly speaks to her primogen. Even Beryl is in the dark.
He's not used to that. It'll be good for him. I heard you were doing business with him.
It's something to do with the Rosemont Society, my foundation. Why?
I see.
All I can tell you is that Beryl's really the one who is in charge of it. Are you still not talking?
You could say that.
Any regrets?
I don't see why I would have any regrets.
That's no surprise. Personally, I find that giving a child so much power is dangerous. The problem is that you have to watch them all the time, otherwise they end up making a mess of things.
But trying to influence them is pointless.
You must be subtle about it, that's all. I give them just enough freedom so that she doesn't completely hate me. But I know exactly how to make her do whatever I want. Do you really think you'll have time to embrace Fang?
What do you mean?
Well, with all the elders gone, who knows who'll be next?
That's not something I'm willing to discuss with you.
Suit yourself?
No, excuse me, I have to go.
Of course.
Locked? Barrel must be out. I'll have to talk to him another time. It's locked from the inside.
Waiting on a list of everything you want to keep.
You'll excuse me if I have more pressing matters to attend to first.
Of course, that was lastly asked me to remind you. I'll be back later.
No need. I'll bring you by.
Let's see if Caius was right. Jara always was old-fashioned. Whatever's in this box must be important. That should take less than a minute. I hope Caius will be able to use what's on this thumb drive.
Hello, Mr. Missouri. Mr. Leto asked me to wait until you were done. He also told me you'd have something for me.
Here it is. Give it to him, and him alone.
And don't ask any questions. I get it. Are you done here?
You may proceed.
Thanks.
Jara was onto something before she disappeared. There's something very worrying about that. Hazel is probably ready to see me now. I won't make her wait.
So, dann gehen wir mal zum
The prince is ready to see you now.
Great.
Caleb.
My prince.
We were expecting you.
How may I be of service to you this time?
One thing at a time. The situation has changed. The money is gone. The accounts have been emptied.
What? That's impossible.
Only Jason Moore could have transferred the money. The situation is dire.
Moore would never have done it on his own. He would never have dared.
I agree. It's much too bold a move for him, and that's what concerns me the most. Someone used him to attack us. Someone who was extremely well prepared.
Our enemies are everywhere. They're not just kindred.
No, the kind have no knowledge of our business. It's someone with diverging interests from our own. Someone on the inside.
If there's a traitor among us, I'll have their head.
One thing at a time. I'll take care of the traitor, personally. Failure is a luxury we will soon be unable to afford. If you have nothing more to say, we can move on to the reason I sent for you.
What did you think about Richard Dunham's file?
Money that should be going to me seems to go missing whenever he touches it. Richard is far too important to me. I can't afford to upset him now. But if his research doesn't pay off soon, I won't hesitate to show him my disappointment.
Did you read Jara Drory's file?
I wish I'd never seen it.
There's too much I despise in it.
She never mentioned she was monitoring the Primogen's finances.
But she's not here to shed any light on it. I'm listening.
I've asked for your presence here because I have a new mission for you. Delsin was able to track down the men who attacked us.
It wasn't easy, but it was impossible for them to disappear without leaving a trace after what they did yesterday.
Where are they hiding?
Long Island.
Yes, of course. An abandoned facility just off the coast. An old fort. It's the ideal place for a secret base.
And certainly much more. Who knows what they're up to out there?
How is it we didn't notice a thing?
They have abundant resources, and we're short on eyes.
It doesn't matter. We'll find the people responsible for the situation later. Our most pressing issue is preventing them from striking us again.
How?
You're going to go there and kill their leader.
As I've said before, you can count on me.
Good. That's what I was hoping you'd say. When the time comes, I won't forget to reward those who've been loyal to me.
I won't let you down. What's the plan?
They evacuated the bodies from the site of the party, which is how we were able to pick up their trail.
There's a small, nondescript warehouse at Jeffrey's Point. As far as we can tell, their transfers from Boston to Long Island are made by boat. To avoid drawing attention to themselves, they've chosen to employ only small craft. There are bodies packed in the warehouse waiting to be shipped over. Do you get the picture?
You want me to disguise myself as a body to be evacuated?
Exactly. All you have to do is stop simulating your vital functions for a few hours.
It's risky.
It's risky, but it's now or never. We might never get another opportunity. We have to try.
The last transfer is probably going to take place tonight. After that, there's no way of knowing when we'll get another chance.
I need to know the details.
Let us worry about getting you into the warehouse. We've made all the preparations. You won't have to worry about a thing until you get to Long Island.
We know where they are. Why go through their warehouse?
Charging into Long Island blind would be far too risky.
And with a traitor in our midst, I'd rather keep this to a small circle of trusted people, to avoid any other unpleasant surprises.
And after that?
Once you're on the island, you'll be in uncharted territory. You'll be on your own.
Who is my target?
Walter Stanford.
He's the head of the Boston Task Force. He's part of what they call the Society of Leopold.
Someone else will take his place.
No need for you to worry about that for the time being. Your mission is to eliminate Stanford, and that's all.
I don't wish to be the bearer of ill tidings, but what if I fail? Do you have a backup plan?
Caleb, you won't fail. You're our only hope. We place all our trust in you to complete this essential mission.
There's no room for error, Bazori.
All right. I've heard enough.
Very well. Then you should get going. We've already lost enough time.
Very well. My Prince.
Boah, also, Walter Stanford steht auf unserer Liste. 30. Kein Fehlschlag, Alternativen. Aha. Ach, 10 habe ich noch.
I'm guessing you tipped Bazori off to the traitor?
Yes.
Any news?
Nothing since Richard's report. My city is in danger. Everything I've built, all the dreams I've invested. That Judas is a threat to everything.
Not for long. You'll bounce back.
Yes. I can't stop thinking about the Chantry. I can't believe those cowards abandoned us. Osborne will pay for what he did. You can't just take back a promise without facing the consequences. That's enough brooding. That's not why I brought you here. I have a new favor to ask of you.
What a surprise.
About what I told you earlier concerning Delson and Long Island. I've got a plan.
Oh, I know that look. Hazel.
This is the best moment to strike.
That sounds like the definition of rushing into things.
Yes, but we have no choice. Delson?
We need to blind them, from the inside. They know too much about it. We have to change that. For that, we need someone to hit them with a surprise attack from within their compound.
I wish that person luck.
It's you.
That's way out of my league.
Hazel's not asking for your opinion. You're in no position to negotiate, not after the Hartford fiasco. You should be grateful you're getting a second chance to prove your worth.
It's your chance to prove to the court once and for all that you deserve a place on the council, MM. After this, you'll be untouchable.
I sure hope so. All right. How do I get on this island? By boat?
I doubt it. Coastline's under surveillance.
So I swim across. All right. What then?
Kaya's wrote a program that can help us. If you can upload it into their system, it'll corrupt all the data they've got in their database. Their systems, the archives, it'll all be lost.
Allowing us to cover our tracks.
It's our best shot at making it through this. You'll just have to insert it into a computer that's on their network. That's absolutely essential. Any questions?
So, let me get this straight. You want me to infiltrate the enemy base alone? The same enemies who just slaughtered half the camp.
Quit whining. You can have help.
Oh, really?
Your task will not be easy. You'll need a diversion while you sabotage their system. A raid near their base, for example.
That could work. Who will you send?
I refuse to sacrifice any more of our people. So we might as well send in the riffraff. The Anarchs could do the job.
Come again?
You heard me. I want you to go see them and convince them to go with you to Long Island.
You're trying to thin their herd.
I'm balancing the scales, that's all.
They can't stand us. They'll never agree to fight for us. Let alone on their own without us.
They don't have to know they'll be alone. Lead them to believe our forces will join up with them. The SI is a threat to the entire city. They're just as concerned as we are.
Right then. Let's say I agree.
You don't have a choice, but I'll humor you.
How am I supposed to go about it? I can't just go chasing down every Anarch I know to ask for their help.
There's only one Anarch that counts. Their Baron.
Randall Thane?
That's right. He's in charge of the various Anarch gangs in the region. I don't know where he is right now. You'll need to use your network.
I've got an idea of who I can ask. What can I use as leverage if they try to negotiate?
Money. Favors. Offer them whatever seems useful.
All right.
One more thing. Don't tell anyone about your task, not even your sire. I don't want the council poking their noses into this. That will be all. I'm counting on you, MM. Be careful, and good luck.
I'm gonna need it.
MM, there you are. I'm sorry I wasn't here to meet you when you got back. I was busy.
No worries.
I heard your little adventure with our guests didn't go so well.
News sure travels fast. I fucked up, that's all there is to it.
Oh, I know that face. You're upset. Hazel tore you a new one, didn't she?
Yeah. Can we talk about something else, please?
I was just about to go grab a bite. Join me?
Is that a question or an order?
Let's say it's a strong recommendation. One you can't really refuse.
That's what it sounded like. Please, lead the way.
Very well.
Is there something in particular you wanted to talk to me about?
Can't I simply offer you a drink without you reading something into it?
No.
All right, fine. Your new mission has been giving me pause to think.
I'm sorry, but I can't talk about it. Hazel made that exceedingly clear. If she thinks things are better like that, I believe her.
For God's sake, Amem, I'm your sire. You should trust me, not that snake in the grass.
Personally, I've never had anything bad to say about Hazel.
Unlike me. Is that it? You'd be singing a different tune if you knew what I know.
If I knew what?
Nothing. You wouldn't believe me anyways.
Fine. I'll just make your life miserable until you spill the beans.
Seriously?
You know how stubborn I can be when I want something.
Hazel's a smart woman. She knows what she needs to do to get what she wants. And she wants you.
That's going too far.
You think it's an honor, but you should really be worried. Hazel never does anything she's not sure she'll benefit from, which means she's got ways to make you bend to her will. She's careful to hide her secrets from you, safe behind her herald. Tonight could be your last chance to discover them. Very well. Let's move on.
The reports from Richard and Leisha are truly frightening. I never thought I'd see a day like this.
Predators never see themselves as prey. We're going to have to be extremely cautious if we want to survive.
Do you have any plans?
No. I'm waiting for Hazel's orders. We're dependent on her now more than ever.
I gotta go. I've got stuff to do.
Just a sec. I know Hazel told you not to talk about it. But please, at least tell me where you're headed.
You're unbelievable.
The air is thick in here. You can understand my concern, can't you?
I'm going to see the Anarchs.
What?
It's a long story. I'll explain when I get back. I've really gotta go.
All right. Be careful, ma'am.
Oh, das will ich gerade überlegen. Ich muss doch den... Muss ich nicht den Hof verlassen? Oh.
Do you think we have time to just laze around? You need to be fast and effective. Destroy anything we don't need. Keep what's important. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Miss Bosley.
You're a good kid.
Jetzt vernichten sie alles, ne? Mal gucken, ob wir hier mit dem Fahrstuhl irgendwo hinkommen. Wäre eine Möglichkeit, ne? Nee. Mal gucken, ob ich irgendwo hier mein Ziel abrufen kann. Warum bin ich denn nur so verdächtig, Mensch? Ganz. Ich muss mal gucken, wo ich jetzt eigentlich hin muss. Eigentlich muss ich ja raus hier, ne? Wegen... Ich muss auch den Typen suchen und killen. Ah, vielleicht kann ich hier raus. Durch den Hauptfahrstuhl.
I should go. Hazel gave me orders.
Ja, perfekt. Ja, wir gehen.
The Anarchs.
Boah, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt.
I hope the prince knows what she's doing.
So, das müsste... Was? Belohnung 0? Naja gut, da gab es ja auch nichts zu tun. 105, da müssen wir noch ein bisschen was verteilen.
Halsey? Yes, Mom. I'm here.
Hey, Pumpkin. What are you looking at?
The picture is scary.
Come now. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're not going to be afraid of a couple paintings now, are you?
No, but...
Yes, I know. It's Richard. He was angry, but he wasn't angry with you.
You know...
I don't think he is. He doesn't like me following you around.
Yes, but it's because he worries you'll get hurt. Pumpkin, there are much more serious things going on right now.
Those people who put us into boxes. And who hurt you.
Yes, them. But don't be scared. Mommy's here.
I know.
I won't let anyone hurt you. Ever.
There you are. But what on earth is that mark?
I ran into an experienced Inquisitor. I was caught off guard.
Not a dangerous mission, was it? You brought back a souvenir.
I'm still in one piece. That's all that matters. Where have you been? I've been looking for you since I got back, but...
The prince hasn't given me a moment's rest since I returned.
I won't hide the fact that I was happy that you were the one to... well...
That I informed them about the Second Inquisition. Yes, I can imagine.
Everyone's petrified. I can sense it.
He's lost it when she found out. I had a hard time convincing her I was telling the truth.
I admit that even I...
She's going to ask for your help, I'm sure of it. She didn't follow your treatment protocol. Usually, I give you your treatment when you awaken. You're not stable, Leisha.
Enough with that already.
You failed miserably with the mission the prince gave you. That's proof of it.
What do you mean?
You didn't have a firm grasp of the risks.
How could I have guessed that...
And to top it off, you didn't bring anyone back to the prince. You'll become more and more overwhelmed by your visions and your hallucinations. All this because she's afraid. Hazel has become dependent on you.
What, with the SI on our doorstep? I don't find it surprising to be afraid. What, with everything they've learned about us? And what they just did?
Our prince fears losing her throne more than her head, believe me. She needs your premonitions to help her anticipate the future, to try to influence the course of events.
Wait a second. I don't see how my visions can help her.
Nor do I. Our visions are nothing more than possible metaphorical futures.
Excuse me?
Pardon me. Dropping the professional jargon, you only see things that could possibly happen.
But then why are they so important to her if nothing is certain?
Perhaps she wants to see if it's still possible to change the course of events.
But they're never very specific. And I hardly remember them. Why is that?
All I know is that she's kept me distanced from you a few times to seek your help. Often you didn't have any precise memory of what transpired, or only partially remembered it.
Is she manipulating my memory?
It would be the best way for her to keep your visions for herself, but I can't be sure of it. Here's a dose of your treatment. Take it immediately.
This will rid me of my premonitions. Is that it?
I don't have time to break this to you gently. I have to go straight to the point.
What are you talking about?
Leisha, Halsey isn't real.
What?
It's not true, is it?
You're the only one who sees her.
No.
Our family has a gift for seeing things.
No,
Oh, wie krass, oder?
In your mind, it's always difficult to pull you away from her. That's why I try to treat you as soon as you awaken to keep Halsey from reappearing.
He's lying, Mom! He hates me!
You're either lying or you're wrong. I don't know which, but it's not true.
Leisha!
But Hazel sees her.
When your hallucinations increase, your premonitions do too. They become more specific and more reliable. And that's what the prince wants. but you grow increasingly catatonic. Halsey starts to take over.
No! I don't want you to leave me!
Enough! Shut up, both of you!
It's just you and me, Leisha.
Oh, no.
He's a liar! It's not true!
I regret having to inflict this terrible shock on you, each and every time.
Every time?
Leisha, the prince wants to see you immediately.
Yes, of course. Just a minute.
I'm not supposed to be here. I should have left for the Red Salon already.
Why? No, you can't just leave like that. I have too many questions.
Hazel doesn't like to wait.
We'll have time. Go now. Obey the prince, Leisha. Stay where it's safe, and above all, drink.
There. I'm coming.
Tja, ist da wie das wohl ist? Also ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob das nur ein Hirngespinst ist oder sie nur sieht.
Leisha, I wanted to thank both of you
The
for...
prince sees me. See, Mom? Richard's a liar.
Are you all right, Leisha? You seem...
Quit pretending.
Come now, Leisha. What's wrong?
You've been pretending to see Halsey since the very beginning. Why did you lie to me?
Lie to you? I didn't lie to you. Halsey is part of you, and I accept you just the way you are. That's all.
Stop it. Richard told me everything.
What on earth are you...
Tell me the truth, damn it!
Hear me, Leisha. My fondness for you, both of you, has its limits.
Forget about this question.
You asked for me?
Yes, I'll get straight to the point. I need your help. I need to know what the future has in store if I'm going to save us all, Leisha.
It's not as simple as that. I don't choose when they happen.
Mom, listen to me.
Yes, sweetie. What is it?
There's no point. The swan will lose its head in 2 days. I just saw it. We know, Mom.
What's going on? Leisha, is Halsey speaking to you? What is she saying?
You're going to be destroyed in 2 days.
You're lying!
I'm just telling you what I understood. Do you still want to know what I see?
There's got to be a way to shuffle things. There must. Not after everything I've done. I won't believe it.
Hazel,
Please leave. I need to think.
As you wish. Damn it. I don't know who to believe anymore. Richard or Hazel.
Please, Mom. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Das ist jetzt die Frage, ne? Also der Beweis wäre ja, wenn sie, nachdem ich das trinke, noch da wäre. Also, ich weiß nicht. Ja, was machen wir? Das ist jetzt wieder eine Entscheidung, ne? Aber ich denke, wir lassen es lieber.
So, we're inseparable? Like 2 peas in a pod?
Yes. Like 2 peas in a pod, sweetie.
Mom? What's wrong?
Was hat sie denn jetzt?
Mom?
Yes, I'm fine. It's all right. It's just, I need to talk to Richard, Pumpkin.
Again? No, we're happy together.
It's not just you. The hallway, my memory. He has to explain this. I want to understand.
All right, as long as we're together.
So, da gab es ja einiges an Erfahrung. Mit wem spielen wir? Long Island, Salon Rouge, Domäne der Anarchen. Ich glaube, wir gehen zuerst mal nach Long Island. Boah, wie hieß der Typ nochmal? Stanford, genau. Walter Stanford. Stanford. So, 30 verfügbare. Das ist so ein bisschen mein Technikfreak. Oh, das war eine Kühlkammer, wa? Leichenhalle. Naja.
Johnson wasn't wrong. Now, how to find Stanford.
Also mir wird's ja auch gefallen, wenn er sich mal einen anderen Anzug anziehen könnte.
This is what happens to mortals who step out of line. I've never seen a machine like that.
Was ist das?
There's something flashing under their skin. That's not very discreet. That's not very discreet.
Clearance implant required.
Digital security. Clever.
Clearance implant required.
That's not very discreet.
Na, das könnte ich doch nehmen hier. Ah, warte mal.
That's not very discreet.
Das leuchtet aber grün.
That's not very discreet. sought for what would appear to be a small card. Sought for what would appear to be a small card.
Und das kann nicht weit weg sein, weil wir brauchen ja hier...
That's not very discreet.
Die haben alle dieses Implantat... Ah, warte mal.
That's not very discreet. This is what happens to mortals who step out of line. Sought for what would appear to be a small card.
Okay. Also irgendeiner muss doch so eine Karte jetzt haben hier. Eieiei. Na, da so groß ist der Raum ja nicht wirklich.
Clearance implant required.
Ja, Gehirn und Knochen. Da ist doch nicht mehr drin. So, jetzt gucken wir mal, ob hier irgendwo was... Ist da nichts.
That's not very discreet. That's not very discreet.
Die habe ich ja eigentlich schon alle abgelaufen, ne?
That's not very discreet.
Ich brauche bloß irgendwie so eine Karte, die da reinkommt. Jetzt muss ich da mal gucken. Ah, da ist nichts. Liegt irgendwas auf dem Boden? Ah, was war das?
That's not very discreet.
Clearance implant required.
Ach, warte mal. Okay, Implantat in das Fach legen. Also, dann liegt es aber doch nahe, dass ich hier jemandem eins seiner Implantate rausmache, oder nicht? Ich meine, das blinkt blau, das scheint ja in Ordnung zu sein, oder? Muss das grün blinken? Ja, kann ich nichts machen. Hä?
That's not very discreet. That's not very discreet.
Verstehe jetzt nicht.
Clearance implant required.
Mal vielleicht. Im Kampf gefallene Agenten, ja, das ist ja jetzt auch nichts Besonderes. Aber Mensch, so groß ist doch der Raum nicht. Wo ist denn mein Denkfehler?
That's not very discreet.
Vielleicht muss ich da mal zur anderen Seite.
This is what happens to mortals who step out of line. That's not very discreet.
Wenn ich sie nachher gefunden habe, dann denke ich bestimmt wieder, mein Gott, wie easy. Also bisher bin ich ja eigentlich ganz gut durch das Spiel gekommen. Das Schwierigste fand ich bisher dieses Rätsel mit diesen, in dem Turm, mit diesen, ja, wo der Blutfluss fließen musste. Wie gesagt, ich bin nicht so ganz der Held mit sowas, aber ich habe es ja hingekriegt. Das erste war das Schwerste und dann, wenn man sich mal am Kopf dran gewöhnt hat, ne, dann geht es schon ein bisschen einfacher. Naja. Ach, wo ist das denn? Aber gut, es wäre jetzt auch nicht schlimm, wenn wir es jetzt nicht finden, weil ich muss nämlich sowieso ein kleines Päuschen einlegen. Das heißt, wir würden uns dann nachher wiedersehen. Hier wirklich nichts drin. Vielleicht auch so einen Tisch.
That's not very discreet.
Das ist immer dasselbe. Ja. Na gut. Okay, lieber Chat, das soll es mal gewesen sein für diese Runde mit Vampir Masquerade Swansong am Sonntag. Aber der Sonntag ist noch nicht vorbei und ich gehe ganz, ganz fest davon aus, dass wir uns nachher nochmal sehen. Ich muss ein bisschen was erledigen und komme auf jeden Fall nachher nochmal online. Ich möchte nämlich auf jeden Fall hier auch weiterspielen. Wir machen ja genau an dieser Stelle weiter. Ihr werdet nichts verpassen, außer dass ihr jetzt ein bisschen Geduld mitbringen müsst, bis wir uns dann nachher wiedersehen. So, bis dahin wünsche ich euch was. Wenn ihr nicht mehr reinkommt heute, dann wünsche ich euch noch einen schönen Sonntag. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Aber ich hoffe, wir sehen uns nachher wieder. Bis dann, macht's gut. Tschüss, ciao und bye bye.